Bonjour tout le monde. J'espère que vous allez bien ce matin. Je voulais juste dire bonjour à tous mes amis au Togo et que je prie pour vous et que vous manquez beaucoup. Donc, bonjour. And good morning to you, Cornerstone Bible Fellowship. That was just a quick good morning and shout out to my friends in Togo. There are a few that listen, and they were complaining that they couldn't understand English, so I just wanted to greet them this morning as well. I pray that you've had a good week and that you're doing well. I want to read with you again a psalm this morning, kind of continuing in the same idea of what we talked about on Monday. Monday we talked about seeking God and what that looks like and how we do that, and just how important it is that we're seeking and growing in our faith. But what happens when you don't even desire to seek God, when you're in a valley or a desert and you just don't even have that desire, which we all go through experiences like that. And there are times in our lives where we're in a valley and times when we're on a peak, but we should be seeking and praising God in both of those situations. And so I was reading just the commentary on this Psalm 63, and I just thought it was very fitting, and I want to read it to you. And you'll see why, but let me just read this to you this morning. It says, David's experience of finding himself in the wilderness was not unique to him. Israel had spent 40 years in the wilderness before him, and Jesus spent 40 days in the wilderness after him. As a Christian, we too find ourselves from time to time in the wilderness, for a variety of reasons. Israel was there because of her sin. David was there because of opposition from people. Perhaps we are there for one of these reasons, or for another. It may be the loss of a loved one through death, a broken relationship, a prolonged or serious illness, or the loss of a job. The wilderness, this is what I thought was very interesting. The wilderness is a place where we experience isolation, separation from family, friends, the worshiping community, and seemingly even separation from God. The wilderness is a place where we experience desolation, joylessness, disconsolation, sorrow, confusion, loneliness, barrenness, and lifelessness. In the wilderness, we find ourselves on a search for answers, for security, for meaning, for significance. Yes, on the surface, we may be searching for all of these or similar things, but in our soul, we are on a search that only God Himself can satisfy by His own presence. Psalm 63 was given to guide us in the search and to lead us to an experience of deep satisfaction. I thought that was pretty great as we're, we are isolated. We're forced to be isolated at this point from many of the things that we love to do. And yet, I hope that we're all aware of the fact that we're not isolated from God, even though it may feel like that. And so, again, I want to read the first part of this psalm to you and just listen again to the imagery and just the longing that David has for God. So Psalm 63, and mine's titled, My Soul Thirsts for You, a psalm of David when he was in the wilderness of Judah. It says, O God, you are my God, earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you, my flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and glory. Because your steadfast love is better than life, my lips will praise you. So I will bless you as long as I live. In your name I will lift up my hands. My soul will be satisfied as with the fat of rich food, and my mouth will praise you with joyful lips. When I remember you upon my bed and meditate on you in the watches of the night, for you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings I will sing for joy. My soul clings to you. Your right hand upholds me. Again, I just love the imagery of that, but he's seeking God. He's just longing to be with him. But the cool thing that I think also is that he's doing his part as well. He's meditating on God. He's meditating on his word in the watch of the night, in his restlessness and his struggle and his time of being awake, and he's just seeking after God and seeking to know him more fully. And so it kind of goes back again to what we talked about on Monday, and are you seeking God and how are you doing that? We said that we can seek Him, through His Word and through the church and through godly friends and all those different things. But we can also destroy that relationship with the different things that we put in our lives and put in our paths and put in our minds, and even through, the things that we put into our bodies. So again, I just want to encourage you in this time of being at home maybe and bored, and maybe feel like there's not much to do, and yet the days seem to go by fairly quickly, at least here. But I just encourage you to be seeking God, seeking Him through His Word, and watching these videos. And there's lots of other things being put out there. Be cautious of who you listen to, and there are a lot of false teachers out there and people who want to encourage us with things like the prosperity gospel. But fill your heart and mind with His Word and with His presence, and we will be stronger for it, and we can fight through this time and the struggle, and eventually get back to more of a normal lifestyle where we can meet together. And I certainly long for that day, and look forward to when we can all see each other once again at church and just in town and throughout different areas. So I'm praying for you. Again, if you need anything, please reach out to us. We'll be moving to Newton this weekend, so we'll be a lot closer and hopefully able to see each other more easily that way. So looking forward to seeing you all soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.